Hey guys, Justin here. We're just going to give it a few minutes to get the stream up and rolling. But today, if you guys are watching in, we are going to be talking about how to monitor your employees in a new virtual world. So looks like we are live inside the Facebook group. Feel free to drop any questions you guys have as we go through this, but I'm going to share my screen. So obviously, dealing with virtual assistants, which is one of my primary focuses. I've been doing this for years now in terms of monitoring other people. But for a lot of you kind of a joke here, but a lot of you guys are now teachers. You're trying to monitor your kids' computers, or maybe you have admin staff that, while you're at home a lot more than you're used to being, or you can't even get into your office. You're like, how do I monitor my admin staff? Now, there's two trains of thought on this, and you can go either way. As one train of thought is if you hire the right person, you don't ever have to monitor them. And while I agree with that, I think that a lot of times when you hire the right person, they take so much off of your plate that sometimes you fail to realize even what they're doing during the day. So it's hard for you to guide a ship that you don't even know where the ship's going. And so we use this software on everyone within our organization. And so I just wanted to show you guys today one of the tools that we use, kind of how it looks on the back end, and just wanted to share some helpful tips. Now, a reminder, this is obviously for virtual assistants. This can be for your admin that no longer work right beside you, but can even be for your kids. So I know we have a lot of our group members that are using the software now for their kids because they might have to leave the house for 2 or 3 hours, and they want to make sure their kids are actually doing their work, or they're not skipping class by just jumping over and watching TV instead of joining their Zoom meeting. So let me share my screen with you guys real fast. I'm just going to make sure we haven't gone live with a screen share in a while, so I just want to make sure that it shares the proper way. But the main website that we use, and so if you're just using this for one person, it's completely free. It's called screenshotmonitor.com. So it's free for one person. So what Screenshot Monitor does is it allows you to monitor your employees, your 1099 contractors, or your kids. And what it will do is it will track their hours each and every day. So I get the question all the time, Justin, how do you monitor your VAs? How do you actually make sure that they're working? So like right now, I can see that today, Jan's at 3.5 hours, Jet's at 4.5, Narvin's at 4.5, Paige is at 4. You guys can see if they're actively logged into the software or not. So I know like Paige, she's currently on lunch break. And Alan, I think that she might have had something today. I can't remember, but I don't manage her. But this is a way for me to see what they're doing. So let's take Jan, for example. I can open up Jan's profile and I can see everything that he's working on. So I can see this morning he clocked in right around, you can really break it down by day too. Clocked in around 7:45 or so. Or I guess it was 8 o'clock. And then I can see exactly what he was doing. So it takes a screenshot every 2 to 3 minutes. So it'll take about 20 to 40 an hour on average. And what he does here is you will see that he logs what the tasks are. So right here, he's working on my content calendar. So you can see, I can see here that he went and logged in. He was checking one of our spreadsheets for one of our podcasts. Then I had sent him some links from a photo shoot that I had done. And then he was taking those photos, and you can see he was putting them into files for me, starting to organize them. And then he moved on to creating motivational posts, etc. So the reason why I shared this is because when we go through this, I can now guide him, right? I don't honestly really need to go in here and go, is he doing what he needs to do? Because I already know that by looking at the product. Is he putting out the social posts like he needs to? But if I want to be able to guide the ship better, I need to know how long is it taking him to do this activity? Because it may be taking him an hour, but by me looking at what he's doing for 5 minutes, I might be able to find a way to shortcut some of the time and become more efficient as an organization. And so when he gives me the titles of what he's doing, I'm able to see, like, I'll give you guys just a real life example here. I really don't want him working on Canva creation posts for Alan, right? I don't want him doing that. However, someone within my organization gave him that duty, which is okay. I'm not mad at them because I love delegation, but that's not something that I want him focusing on because we have other areas of higher importance. So now today that I see that, I can obviously redirect his attention and be able to make sure that we're getting the maximum amount of work done. You'll see now that from 8:30 to 10:30, he was editing one of my videos. I shot a video for my real estate company, my EXP story. So he was in here doing the video editing, all that. And I can kind of watch and see how far along he is, so on and so on. He started working on another calendar with quotes, etc. So you guys can see here, this is a great way to monitor what people are doing. So whether it's your kids, whether it's your employees, whether it's your contractors, whether it's the high school kid you hired to do Craigslist ads for you, really doesn't matter, but you're able to see everything from start to finish. The other thing that I'm going to show you guys here is you can actually see their activity level. So let me show you one here. Paige, who's my executive admin, you can see she's breaking down everything that she's doing all the way from contract signing, etc. But I can go here and click on this little green dot and it will give me an activity level. So that means that she was about 100% active. Now you'll see on these right here that it shows that she was about 75% active. So what that means is her mouse was only moving about 75% of the time. Now, by no means do we expect 100% mouse movement, because when you look at your day, you wouldn't have 100% mouse movement, but we're just able to keep better track now of what they're doing. So with that being said, guys, I just wanted to share that quick tip and trick with you guys. Again, I'll put the link to that website below. But it's free. So that's what's really cool. If you just have one person or one kid or whatever you're using the tool for, it's free. You get one version of it. I will tell you the free version, it only takes like 4 or 5 screenshots an hour, but it will still show you if they're logged in and how much activity they had over that hour, but just has a few less screenshots. So if you're looking for a little bit closer to what I have, I think it's like $6 a month per person that you have on there. So really, really inexpensive. I also do all of my payroll / payout, since most of my people are 1099 contractors. At the end of the week, it's going to tell me how many hours they worked. Did they work 41? Did they work 39? And it just allows me, and auto generates me a report each week, and it will spit out the exact dollar amount that I owe them. So I don't have to worry about it. I make sure that they all hit their hours. And this is great as well for if for some reason someone's power goes out or just life happens, like I can now track and make sure that they're making up the hours that they said. A lot of times with virtual employees or contractors, they're going to tell you, oh, I'll make them up. Oh, Justin, I made them up. But how do we actually know if they made up those hours or not? And so with this software, we're obviously able to see that. So as always, if you guys have any questions for me, I'm going to give it just a second to see if anybody has any questions on this software. But it is pretty straightforward how we use it. So hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. I had to just look at what that is. We're going to be bringing a ton more lives into the group. I know we have a Facebook Live tonight as well. Just wanted to test this because we're using a new software now to come live. But we'll usually go live anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week with tips, tricks of how we leverage our virtual employees. As always, whether you have one, don't have one, it's still great knowledge to have for the day that you're ready to keep growing your business. So it's Monday, 11:30 Central Time. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll reply back to them. I'll also drop the link to that software. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll chat to you soon.